Hey guys, what's up? It's John. I'm about to do a one-on-one session with a 72, 74-year-old lady that is building bots. So this is a 74-year-old lady, 72, 74. I can't remember exactly how old she is, but I know she is over 70, 72 or 74. And this lady is building chat bots. I'm training her to build chat bots. I'm not sure if you understand that she's a 74-year-old lady. She was in school before the internet was actually even launched to the general public. And this lady is taking my training class and learning how to build functional chatbots. So I'm just waiting for her to join the session. And whenever she joins the session, then I'm going to go through and basically get her to share her screen. And we're going to go in and look at the bot that she's building. We're going to look at her chat bot. We're going to go in and actually look at the broadcast that she's making, that she's wanting to send out to her users and her subscribers. And we're going to see if there's any holes in her logic or anything that's wrong with that. So as you can imagine, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and smoke my cigarette here and just wait for her. Even though smoking's such a bad habit, I don't encourage you to do it. Definitely don't do it. I'm going to go ahead and do it, but you shouldn't do it. What you should do, build chatbots. That's what you should do. So if you got a business, chatbots are great for you. If you don't have a business, chatbots are great for you, because literally, if you know how to build chatbots, you can start your own business. You can start your own company just building these bots as a service that you provide to clients, and they will pay you good. So they will pay you good. This week I sold a bot, $700, 10-hour bot. I have my fresher do it. My fresher cost me $200 a month is what he cost me to pay his salary over here where I'm at in this company. So he cost me $200 a month. Takes him 10 hours to build the bot that I sold for $700. So he can build 4 of those a week essentially. So he could essentially make $2,800 a week. And it looks like Marva's here. Hey, Marva.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I am fine. I know you're busy.
No,
But
it's okay. If you remember, I gave you, just because I was inspired by your age and what you were doing, I gave you access to the $47 course for free. So with that $47 course, you do get 1 hour one-on-one session with me. So I'll just go ahead and give you that for free too.
okay, because
So
I'm going to sign up with you next as soon as don't worry, I know you're trying to help me out. But I understand how this business goes too,
yeah,
because we have to support each other.
of course.
And the truth is, I have been listening to other people, and you're in a league all by yourself. I'm telling you, the only thing I wish for you and I pray for you, because I know I could be my oldest, my 2 girls are 49 and 50 this month. So you know that I could be your mother, so we're, or grandmother.
Yeah, totally.
Now, what happened is I did this. I have a few of them that I've built, but I took you up on this
Could you go ahead and
broadcast.
share? Could you go ahead and share your screen while you're at it? Could you see down at the bottom?
Yes.
You see a button that says share screen?
Oh, let me come back to you then. I did it the wrong way. Okay, now I don't share screen. Great. I do PowerPoint, so I have okay, where is my minute chat now?
Well, you still need to share your screen because you still haven't started sharing your screen yet. So you need to hit the share screen button, and then you need to select there we go.
Yeah. Okay, so I go look for the field. Right. So here we are.
So just wait 1 second. There we go. Now your screen's showing up. Now I can see your screen.
Right. And it's under broadcast. I have a lot of little things that I was trying here, and I'm going to have to delete them eventually. And while I'm waiting for the screen to open up, I would love to copy this program that I just did and put it in JSON, but I guess I'm going to have to redo the whole thing, right? Because I can't copy a broadcast. Okay, here we go. So this is the push email. My system is sometimes it just decide to go to sleep. So we should say that it was a sort of weird parliamentary thing that happened. So Turkey votes against a motion to table. I agree with it's getting there. That said, this is bigger than I thought it would be too. Representative Breed's impeachment articles actually, they're not what I would expect that they are to actually be going forward. It's taking a long while to open up. Okay, here we go. It says it's telling me it's a little not responding. All right, here we go. All right, this is the screen. Do I need to do anything else for you to look at it now? Do I have to say flow? Select flow. Yeah. Are you able to see it now? I guess he is. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, I just actually
Yeah.
had my mic muted.
Okay.
What you could do that would be easier for me is if you click that settings button at the bottom left, then you
Yeah.
can give me temporary access so that I can go in and look. I'll share my screen and I'll go in and look and navigate a lot easier. So go to that where it says admins.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, and then just hit invite new.
New. Your picture is blocking.
You see where it says
invite new, yes.
Yeah, just click on that.
Yeah.
And then just send me that link through chat.
Okay. This is interesting. Do I click the word got it?
Yeah, that's fine. You can click got it and then just send me that through chat. And then as soon as we're done, if you want, you can just go right back in there and you can remove me if you want as soon as you're done.
No. This is I'm with my professor. Okay, I found you here.
You can also send it in this chat if you want. You can send it
yes,
right.
I'm coming into I'm sending it to John Vaughn.
Yeah, that one's fine.
I sent it.
Yep, I got it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share my screen now. Okay?
Yeah.
And then you can just see my screen. You see my screen?
Not yet. I just see a picture. Oh, yeah, no. I haven't seen. I just see.
So you want to go back to the Zoom meeting and make sure that's what you're focused on your computer. Make sure you click on that Zoom meeting, then you'll be able to see my screen.
Yes, I have that the Zoom button here. It's on red. Let me. How do I do that? No, I just see your picture at the top.
Okay.
But I don't. So maybe I have to go back and open up.
Yeah,
I have to go back and open up this and release this again. That's what I have to do.
Yeah, you need to open Zoom up. So if you're sharing your screen, you need to stop sharing it and you need to just click your Zoom application and be looking at that Zoom application.
Yes, I'm seeing my
Okay, so you're seeing my screen and what I'm doing, right?
I think I'm seeing you. I saw something move a while ago, but
yeah, you're seeing your page, right? Learn and grow.
Yes, I'm seeing my page.
Okay, so let's go into broadcasting. Now, this is what you did right here, right?
Yes.
Just push email.
Push email, yeah.
And this is where you just copied it just now?
I just picked up because I had sent it off.
Okay.
So all I could get is access to one of those that I had sent off. I can't get it. I can't seem to get an original copy. It just keeps duplicating it. I can't copy it and put it into another thing. I have to rename it.
So what is it that you're trying to do here first off?
Well, I was hoping that I could take some of this and make it into a flow.
Sure, we can do that, all right? First,
Yeah.
to do that, we're going to copy and edit this, all right?
Okay.
So let's copy and edit this.
Okay. You want me to do it?
No, I'm doing it, as you can see.
Okay.
So as you can see, I'm doing it here. And then we're just going to go to our flow builder. All right. So now this is your actual flow, how it actually looks. All right. So first off, if we want to copy this guy, I'm just going to hold down my shift key, and then I'm going to select all of this stuff just like that. And then I'll just hit control.
I'm not seeing anything on the screen. Maybe I'm not seeing what you're doing.
You're not seeing your screen anymore?
I see my screen, but I don't see you moving or doing anything.
Okay, well, I think your internet is just a little, maybe just a little laggy, because I'm definitely doing something. But as soon as we're done with this, I will send you a link to the video recording of it once I upload it.
Okay.
And then you'll be able to watch it over and over and over again. But are you able to see the screen now still?
I'm seeing my screen, yes.
You see me moving this flow around?
No, it's not moving. So maybe I'm not really in touch with you.
Well, it should definitely be moving. It should definitely be moving. I'm going to open up a new tab, and in this new tab,
nothing is moving. That is strange. Well, I shouldn't say strange. I don't know what is supposed to happen.
You should definitely be seeing my.
I should see you moving, because I've had people from companies come into my computer and do cleanup for me before, so I know when they are in, and I talk to them while they are working.
Well, I'm not in your computer, by the way. I'm just
sharing. But I should see your mouse moving up and down.
Yeah, you should definitely see my mouse moving up and down, because
if I move mine over, I see it running over, but I don't see when you move. It's just still.
So you don't see this flow anymore?
I see the whole thing on the screen, but it's like it's mine.
Okay.
It's not doing anything.
Well, it should definitely be doing something, because
because if you move around, I should see it.
That's right. You should.
It's not just the way I sent you. They're not moving. Should I go back out and bring up a new one?
Yeah, you could try that. That could work.
Yeah, I'll go back out, and I'm gonna. This one will be. I see a push email, John Vaughn copy. That's the one that should be open. It wasn't that one that's open. It was the other one.
Right, but you should have your Zoom link open. That's what you should have. You should have the Zoom program open. You shouldn't be looking at your browser. You should just close your browser right now and open up the Zoom link, because that's the only place you're going to be able to see me is by going to the Zoom meeting, because that's where I'm sharing my screen at. So you need to make sure that what you're looking at is that actual Zoom meeting and not your browser or anything.
Okay, let me close down all of these things. Okay, I'm looking at the Zoom. I see the button at the bottom, but if I do that, it doesn't open up. What's going on here? It's right. That's the one that's not opening. That's why. I see it at the base of the computer, but if I touch it, it doesn't open up. That's what's happening.
Okay, you definitely want that Zoom link open, because that Zoom program is where you're going to be able to see my screen at. You're going to be able to see it only in that Zoom program.
I'm going to click on new share then, because
But you don't need to click on new share because that's going to have you start sharing your screen. You just need to click on. You should see a little blue icon on your computer, a little blue icon with the camera on it.
No, I don't see a camera. I see what looks like a video, and at the bottom of the screen, a blue rather, and it looks like I guess you call it a camera.
Yeah, that's what you need
Right.
to click on. You need to click on that, and that should open
Yes.
up the whole Zoom meeting, and you should be able to see my screen there.
Yes, I open it, and then at the top, everything is showing at the top, so it is there. Oh yeah.
So you should be seeing this. I'm in mini chat inside your account in this push email.
I'm in mini chat. Let me go back also. Push email. This is a third copy that came up now. Push email.
Yeah, well, you're still in the wrong area because you're not where. One, you're not where you want to be, and two, there's actually an issue where these guys are not copying over your flow as it actually. They're not copying it over as it actually is. So I can see clearly that whenever I copy, I can see clearly looking at your flow, looking at this push email flow, that this flow is actually different than what they're copying over. So they're missing some things here, like your subscribe to bot. They're missing that subscribe to bot. So let me just pull this guy to the other side so I can look at him and verify him versus how you're here. So here, oh, nope, they've got that. Okay, they've got that. He's just way down there. So I believe that they have copied him over correctly, but the thing is when they've copied him over, he just when they've copied him over, he is just, they've reformatted him to look different. But I do definitely see that you've got some things here that just are not how are in a way that they just shouldn't be. So
okay.
So we'll fix those, no problem. Are you able to see my screen yet, or not able to see my screen?
No, I just see your picture. I see the buttons at the top of the screen, which tells me that I'm connected to you.
Okay, well, just do me a favor. Do you see where it says exit meeting?
Leave meeting.
So just leave the meeting and then just rejoin. It's going to be the same link. You can just click the same link and join back into this meeting again, and then you should be able to see my screen. So just go ahead and leave the meeting and then come right back, and then we'll continue as soon as you come back.
Yeah. So I click leave meeting.
Correct, and then just open up the.
Okay. Okay, it said, do you want to leave the meeting? I should say yes.
Yep, and then we're going to get disconnected and then just come right back and click the same link that I sent you in Facebook, and you'll come right back to the same meeting.
Very good. Very good.
Okay, I'll see you when you come back.
Okay.
So this is what it's like to train a 72-year-old. It's really, really fun and exciting. So really enjoy it. So it's really great. And Marva's really, really great. She's, like I said, you can tell that she's an elderly lady, and she is just, I mean, she's literally just doing it. So let's take a look at her real quick. She's literally, this is her right there. And she's just doing it. She is building bots and training other senior citizens how to build bots. And it's really, really cool. And I'm so proud of her for being able to go in and actually learn this technology and do this on her own. And it really inspires me to see her just passion for knowledge and just the fact that she's wanting to learn this. And even at her age, she's endeavoring in new business opportunities. So it's really, really great. So can you see my screen now, Marva?
I see, I'm seeing you moving up and down. Very good. So you're seeing my screen.
No, I'm just looking at your Facebook page is all.
Right. I'm seeing that now. So
Okay.
I'm
So
I'm
you
seeing.
just so you just stay put then and just you want to keep watching that screen, all right? So
Yeah. Right.
so
There we go.
here's your push email content.
Yes.
This is that broadcast that you just sent out, okay?
Yeah. Very good.
So now I've created a new content, all right? What I did just so you can see it. So delete all this.
Is there something you see me do that I have a bad habit for there that I should pay
I,
attention to?
I see a couple bad things right off the bat, and I'm gonna show you exactly what those
Yeah,
bad things
because
are. Okay.
okay.
So first, I'm just gonna show you what all I did here, and all I did here was I went in and hit Control. Hit the Shift key, and when I hit the Shift key, I can select a bunch of different things and just delete
Yeah.
them. Okay. So what I did
Okay.
was I copied your flow. All
Yeah.
right. So I just copied your flow, and then I held down the Shift key, and then just
Yeah.
grabbed my mouse and dragged it, and
Right.
got everything here. And then I
Yeah.
just hit Control C to copy.
All
All
right.
right. And then
Yeah.
I came over here to content.
Right.
I created a new piece of content, and
Ah,
I created this content right here, this push email
wonderful.
content.
That's how I will
Okay.
get it.
So that's what I did. And then I
Yeah.
came over here and I just pasted everything I copied from that other step.
Right. Right.
Okay.
Right. So
Now,
that's what I can do when I want to use the same.
correct. If you make a broadcast and then you want to make that as just a flow so that you can reuse it again,
Yes, and Jason.
yeah, you can just copy over that broadcast. And then if you want to use this in JSON, then what we would do here, okay, what
I'm
we
going
would
to
do here
Jason.
is we'll just go to growth
Growth
tools,
tool. Right.
and then we'll go to a new growth tool,
Growth tool. Yeah.
and we're going to create a JSON. All right.
Right.
Now, when we create this JSON, we're going to give it push email JSON.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
We'll give it that name. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to go in and create a new piece of content just for the JSON.
Right.
Push email JSON.
Yes.
Okay. And then I'll go to the flow builder again. I'll copy and paste everything inside there.
Wonderful.
Okay. Now, the only issue that we have here is we can't use this for JSON because inside JSON, you can't have this in the first step. Okay. Inside JSON, you can't reference any information about a user because you don't have that information until they respond, until they click this button, you don't have that information. So for the JSON, we can't use their first name. Okay.
Okay.
So we just need to get rid of their first name. Now we could literally use this as a JSON, and we could go back into here and we can replace this with that.
I thought when they clicked and Jason came up before them. No, I would put an introductory sentence which comes up in my post. And then when this pops up, I would put their name because I am thinking that their name is already showing.
Well,
but I guess it's not showing.
Their name doesn't show until they reply. Correct. So what you're going to do with that JSON, all right, we'll create an ad.
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to create an ad, and we're going to create an ad with messages as an objective.
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to skip over all this demographics and all this targeting stuff because we don't care about that right now. All right. I'm going to skip over creating your ad and how you create your ad, how it looks like. And we're going to go right to where you need to put that JSON in. You need to put that JSON in right here. Okay. So what we would do,
copy and paste.
What we would do with our growth tool is we're going to get our JSON. All right. And then, yes, we're going to copy and paste that JSON in there. Now I'm going to preview this in Messenger.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, that's good. That's awesome.
So now, at this point, what this means is a user has seen your ad, okay? A user's been scrolling down, and let's say this is your ad. They've hit that call to action button. right?
Oh,
And here, this is the call to action button, that send message
yes.
button. Okay. So they've seen your ad and it's got this send message call to action, or you can give whatever call to action that you want,
Yeah.
get show times, whatever that is. But anyways,
Yeah.
they click that call to action. When they click that call to action, they're presented with this message. All right. Now they are not a subscriber yet until they click this quick reply, or you have to have a quick reply, or you have to have a button. Without one of those two things, you can't launch a JSON ad. So you need either a button or a quick reply. You do have a quick
Oh,
reply, okay? Once they click this quick reply, they are now a subscriber, and they're now subscribed to your bot, and then now you have their information, okay?
yeah.
So now you have their information. Now at this point, you can reference their first name or any of the information that you have about them, their gender, their locale, their language. Until they do this first step, they're
Yeah.
not a subscriber. You don't know what their name is, so you can't reference their name in that first step.
Very good.
Okay? So
Yes.
all that makes sense?
Very good. Very good. Very clear.
Okay, so now let's look at this and see what you've got going on wrong. First off, this right here, completely wrong here. This is nothing. You see how this is not connected to anything at all.
Right.
This whole section right here. So this whole section is doing nothing for you at all because it's not connected to anything. Okay. Now you see this right here.
Yeah.
This action right here, learn something new. This is also not doing, this will never happen. This tag will never be added ever because it is not, it's going to a message. Okay. So you see how this thing, you see how it's got this arrow pointing from this way and the arrow's pointing that way, right?
Oh, it's going the wrong direction.
Correct. You see, this is going in here, but there's nothing that's going in here that actually triggers it.
Right.
So this thing will never happen. That thing will never happen at all.
They must all interconnect.
Correct. All right. Now, another thing that will never, another thing that is not good is.
What that was, excuse me, that one learned something new, was an action that I was trying to put them in so that I would be able to identify them, but maybe I'm using the wrong thing.
Well,
I was using that for my reference later on, that it would pop up as a feature about this particular client. So I think I was using the wrong box.
Well, we can do that. Here's another bad thing that you've done here. Okay. Is this right here. All right.
Yeah.
Let's preview this guy real quick. All right. Let's preview this guy in Messenger. And see what happens when we preview him in Messenger. Okay, so I should get a message from your bot here now. Okay, so here's this message from your bot. All right?
Yeah.
Now let's go in here while we're in your bot. Now you see this. First off, this is totally useless, Marva, because this says subscribe to bot. The person's already a subscriber. They're already subscribed to your bot. So there's no reason to subscribe them to your bot, because just the fact that they're getting your message, they're already subscribed to your bot. Okay. I don't even know. I honestly don't even know why this really exists. Why ManyChat's even given this thing for.
Yeah, because it's one of the options in actions.
Right. And you technically can't do this. You can't subscribe somebody to your bot. You can only do that when they want to get started or they ask to be subscribed. But you can't just go in and somebody that's unsubscribed, just randomly subscribe them to your bot. Okay. So this is useless. We don't really want this here at all. Okay. So let's just get rid of that because it's not doing anything for it.
Right.
And then let's go ahead and get rid of that. All right. Because we don't need to continue that. All right. So now, like I said, first off, let's keep in mind that this is our push email content. Let's keep in mind that this part right here is not doing anything for you at all, because as you can see, look at your arrows. All right. You look at your arrows and your arrows are coming from here into there, from here into there, from here into there. There is nothing that is putting someone
the condition cannot be at the beginning.
The condition can be at the beginning, but if you want it at the beginning, you need to take your starting step
Ah,
and move that
that's what
over
I
there.
didn't do. I did not do that. Right.
Okay. So now here you're triggering a zap. Okay. So now you can do this, but now there is no flow. You would need to go in and maybe connect this
And
guy.
put it somewhere. Right.
Correct. Put him somewhere. Okay. So let's go in and dissect this and figure out what it is that you're trying to do here. Okay. So you
Yeah.
just ask somebody how they're doing today. They're good.
Yeah.
What if they're not good?
Oh, I guess I was forcing them to say they're good.
Right. And if they're not good, what are they going to do? If they're not
Yes,
good, they're going to type. They're going to type in something that says, I'm not good, or I'm not good, or I'm having a bad day. So now if they type something, now this complete flow is done because there's no way for them to progress. The only way they can progress is if they hit this button. If they're not feeling good, then they're going to type something.
And it won't register.
And then it's going to end this flow. So here we probably want to add some options. I'm okay. And then not so great.
Right. Okay.
Something like that, so that they have different options. And then we need to figure out what we want to do when they give those options. Okay?
Yes.
So let's just delete those options for now. Okay, so you ask them how they're doing. They say they're good. Now, so just keep in mind, if they're not doing good or if they don't click this button, then the whole thing's over with. There's no more interaction.
Right.
So now, once they hit that they're good, you bring them here. Great. Have you ever heard of Bot Wizard? Okay, so remember this thing right here. We've got learn something new. Right. We're going to just go ahead, and what we're going to do is delete this guy, because right now learn something new is not doing anything for us. It will never get fired whatsoever. So we're going to delete that guy. Okay. So now there's two things that can happen here. All right. In our flow. So this is going to happen. And we're going
to question.
Here. Yeah.
Question. If they say, yes, they've heard of Bot Wizard, I wanted to kind of categorize them as someone who is exposed to at least what's going on the internet. That's why I kind of had that little box there to put them in some grouping. But that, what do you call it? Is that a segmentation?
Yeah, that's where you're segmenting. That's where you're segmenting them. And you can do that great with tags. And to do that with a tag, you're just going to route this yes into that tag, and then just route this action group into your message. Now, if they hit yes, now you've give this person a tag, learn something new. So now you can go in and find these guys. If you go in to your audience, you can find them by your tags and say, learn something new.
So it would be a tag I would use.
Right, whatever tag that you want.
That I have there, yes.
So we could put in nose,
bot
wizard. All right.
Yes.
So now we can tag them that they do know Bot Wizard. Okay.
Yeah.
So that person knows Bot Wizard. So we're going to tag them, and then we're going to then after we tag them, we're going to deliver this message to them. This person doesn't know Bot Wizard. Okay. So we don't have to tag them, because anybody that knows Bot Wizard, we tag them that they know Bot Wizard. We could tag them. All right. We could tag them just for the simple fact that
they might be interested if they heard.
Well, we could tag them for the fact that just because we have people who are tagged that they know Bot Wizard, that doesn't give us a good indication of who doesn't know Bot Wizard, because you could have a lot of people who never made it to this step because they didn't feel good. So they sent you a message that, Marv, I feel like crap. So they haven't actually answered this question. So what we can do is we can just copy that guy. All I did is hit Control-C, Control-V to quickly copy him. And then we can go in here and put doesn't know Bot Wizard.
Okay. Yes, that's better.
So now we successfully segmented both of these people of people who do know and people who don't know. And now we're not relying just on anybody who doesn't have this tag. We're going to assume that they don't know Bot Wizard. Well, that's not a true assumption, right? Because if they don't have this tag, it could just mean that they never made it through this flow. We sent them the message and they didn't interact with it. So here we're going to tag people specifically that they've told us no, so we know they don't know Bot Wizard. Okay?
Yes.
So we're going to leave this bottom flow for now. And then we're going to go in and actually look at this top flow. And then what I'll do is I'll just grab him, and I can see that I need to move him up a little bit because I like to have everything nice and organized, where you see how right now these are, you can easily tell that you go from here to here, and then you can easily tell that here you split 2 options, and these are your different options. So I want to do, and you've already, you haven't, but they have, many chats already kind of lined these things up for us so that we can easily see the flow. And that's what I like to follow. Okay. So now let's grab this guy up here, and then grab this guy here, and then bring this guy up here. All right.
Yeah.
So that we can see we've got these 3 options. So now we're going to go in and we're going to ask him, in a nutshell, you can use your bot to chat and make contact with your Facebook friends instead of using emails, blah, blah, blah. You're building free training videos. That's great. Are you interested? Yes, I am. Okay. Not sure. No, I don't. Okay. So now whenever they hit yes, I am, then here we probably want to tag them again, right? That they're interested in, interested in training. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's go in and do that, and just add a tag.
I see what you do. You put the action in between the string.
Correct. Interested.
Okay. Yeah, I was putting it afterward.
In bot training.
Right.
So you see how my arrow's pointing right into him, right?
Yes.
And then now my arrow is going to point from him right into him. Okay. So now let's finish this yes flow. All right. So now it just says, okay, first name. Okay, first name. I have entered your name on the list for the upcoming class. The videos are being developed. As soon as they are ready, you will be notified. In order to send you notice, I need your email address. Please enter your email address. So you want to change this from a reply type text to a reply type email.
Okay.
So that now if they give you something that's not an email, we'll have some validation, and we can go in and actually check and give them back a message that says, please enter a correct email address, because we know they didn't give us a correct email address.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
So now once they give us this email address, now you're stopping this flow. All right. And you probably don't want to stop this flow. And you probably don't want to do this either. Okay.
Now, at the end, when you say, I'm putting them on the list, ask them for their email, which is the one at the top. Do you recommend that I just maybe put another little box there that they can say thank you, or I say thank you to them?
That's correct. At least something.
Yeah. Thank you for visiting or something, that they know I'm done with them.
Correct. Now,
or see you later.
What I recommend doing though is I don't ever recommend ending a flow like this. All right. I always recommend ending a flow in a way that will prompt more interaction, so that this person keeps staying in your bot and keeps doing more stuff. Okay.
Okay.
But to make it simple, we'll just do that. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, what I'm going to do is, now you've went in. So now this part's done. Okay. They said, yes, I am. We've tagged them that they're interested in bot training. And then we've went in and asked them for their email. We've collected their email, and then we've told them thank you. And this ends everything. Okay.
Yeah.
So now they say they're not sure. Okay. So now you give them this message. I see first name. Remember, I said the class is free. Think about it.
Yeah.
So that's great. But look, when they say they change their mind, look what you do. You don't collect their email address. You just say, I've entered your name. So you tell them something completely different than if they say this. So my recommendation would be, don't do that. If they've changed their mind, just route them right back up in here. Give them that tag that now they're interested. If they've changed their mind, just like if they said, yes, I am. Just put them through that same flow as if they said, yes, I am, right? So now you're
Oh,
just going to tag them that they're interested. You're going to ask them for
yes.
their email. Then you're going to tell them thank you. So now these guys right here, whatever you're doing here, I'm not sure what this is.
I wanted to put them to Zap because I want to send them over to the spreadsheet
Okay. So
where
that,
the list of names are being collected. So that's where that I was triggering blah, 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 tripping Jack Zap.
so we're doing that right now. As soon as they give us that email address, we're going to trigger that Zap. And then hopefully on your side, you've got that Zap built where you can grab their email and store it on your spreadsheet. So
I have it, but the problem with this is I did the test. I see where I sent out the broadcast, and some of them open, like 5 people open, but I did not see any names or any indication showing up on the spreadsheet.
I I think you didn't see any indication because there's a lot of things in your flow as I showed you that just aren't
Yes,
connected properly and aren't working properly.
yes,
So
yes.
I
That's
think
why I
after we
said
do that, I think if I get you once we're done, if I get you to share your screen and we look at this Zap, then we can
yeah,
see if your Zap's built and things should be working. Okay.
yes,
So now we've done the yes, I am not sure. Now we're gonna look at this no, I don't. All right. So now
yeah.
we got this no, I don't. So now they said, no, I don't. Oh, well, sorry, you made the decision not to learn something new. Have a good day. So now they say goodbye. And if
I
they,
told them goodbye.
okay, so now,
That was me saying goodbye.
well, now this is not so good because now you've said goodbye. Now if they hit goodbye, you're unsubscribing them from their bot, from your bot. So you don't want to do that, right? You don't want to unsubscribe these people from your bot when they say goodbye. So you want to remove that because you really are not wanting to unsubscribe them, and you're really not. I don't think you want this goodbye in there at all because now you've literally said goodbye. You've just said they said no, I don't. So you've just said okay, have a good day. So end of story there. All right.
So I just ends there.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
you could have that goodbye, but literally that goodbye, what you were doing is whenever somebody says goodbye, they're going to mash that. Now you've unsubscribed them from your bot. So you can't contact them anymore because you've just unsubscribed them
Ah,
from your bot and you don't want to do
okay.
that. So if you want to say goodbye, you could go in and add goodbye right
No, I get you. I get you. I could contact them again.
Right. You could just say goodbye right there or something. I mean, you
Yeah,
probably
right.
want to keep these in. Uh, you
Have a
probably
good day.
correct. So, so now we've got this entire yes process up here done. So let's do this no process. So in this
Mhm.
no process, we start with they don't know bot wizard. Okay, because that was the thing. They don't know bot wizard. So
Yes.
this basically says the same thing here. This says in a nutshell, you can use your bot to chat. Would that be of interest of you? Okay, they say yes, it would. All right, I'm building a free training class. Would you be interested in part of the training? So why not? Okay, that's why, because you've got repeated content. Okay, so so what I would suggest saying is these are the same messages, right?
I was wondering if I should copy what's at the top.
This
The,
message and this message are almost the exact same message, right?
yes. So,
So why not just do this? Why not just do this and just, if they say no, you tag them there and then route them right back in here because you're literally giving them the same content here,
okay.
right?
Yes.
Now the only difference is you've segmented them differently because what's down here? This is saying, hey, this is saying, yes, I would. This is saying in a nutshell, you can use, would
It's a
that be of
three
interest of
choices
you?
now. That's
Okay.
why.
You've just kind of, all you've done is you've separated this message into these two messages.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then I have to delete all of the rest of them.
Yeah. And there's no reason, and this is all the same.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the same thing I kept doing over and over.
Yeah,
I just couldn't end.
I don't think you want any of this because this is all just
Yeah,
redundant stuff that we
yeah.
have
I got into
accomplished
a
by.
loop.
Yeah, we've just accomplished all that by doing this up here.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is marvelous. Ooh, look at the difference.
So quite a big difference here, right? Pretty
Quite
big
a
difference here.
difference. I am definitely sure. I'm definitely sure I'll get responses. And then we have two over here. You said that was not connected in the
Correct.
beginning, at the bottom there, right?
Correct. So now I'm just going to
Let
go
me
in
get
and
rid
kind
of
of
that.
move this around here so that it makes sense. All right, where we're going to tag that person there, then send them there, and we'll thank them. We're going to trigger that zap to collect their email address. And I think the only other thing that we're going to do here is we're going to go in and give them the option to say, still not interested.
Okay.
So now if they say still not interested, then we'll just route them over here in the same place as if they say, no, I don't, right?
Yes.
Because
yes.
they've got three options. They can just say yes right off the bat, where we can be like, great, give me your email and I'll let you know when the classes start. They can say not sure, and then we just go in and say, hey, you know, it's free. Why not you think about it? And then they can say I changed their mind. We'll route them to the same place where they go if they would have said yes right off the bat, or they can say still not interested. We'll route them to the same place that they would have went if they would have said no right off the bat.
Yes.
So that guy's here. Now let's go in and grab this guy and look at this guy. You're saying if email is unknown, then you want to
Email
trigger
verification. I was trying to also do with this group here, but I guess I don't have to because you already put the email in at the top. Remember?
Right. Well, we can still do an email verification. Okay. If you want to do an email verification, then what we can do is we can do this email verification right there. Okay.
Okay.
So what we'll do here is if they're interested, okay, we'll go in. Crap. We'll go in. Want to grab these guys here. So I'm just going to grab those guys over there, and I'm going to delete this guy. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of this guy. And then we'll just come over here and we'll put that condition right there. Now, these zaps that you're triggering are the same zaps. They're the exact same zaps. Video.
Yeah, that's going to my spreadsheet.
Okay. So none of this we need anymore. So all that we can get rid of because we don't need that stuff anymore. So now we can come up here to your condition. We can check your condition. All right. Well, so what we'll do if they hit yes, or if they hit yes, we'll tag them and then we'll check to see if we have their email already. If they hit not sure, we'll, make them understand that, hey, this is free and give them the option to change their mind, or we'll do the same thing. We'll route them. We'll tag them that they're interested. And then we'll go in and say that we'll check the condition of their email. Okay. So if email is unknown, if that's true, we want to do this. Okay.
It's either bad email or no email.
So this is if the email is unknown. This means that we don't have any value in there. Okay.
Yeah,
now,
maybe the first time.
What's that?
What happens when they are for the first time signing up? Wouldn't their email be unknown?
Yeah, we wouldn't know what their email is. So we're going to come over here and we're going to ask them for their email. Okay. So this is just basically saying, do I know what your email address is? Yes or no. Okay. If it's unknown. If we don't know what their email address is, if that's true, I don't know your email, then I'm going to come ask you for your email. If it's false, meaning I do know your email, then I'm going to route you in here and I'm just going to basically say, I'm basically going to do the exact same thing except for I'm going to grab this content right here.
Yes, if you take out those.
I'm going to put it as a text, and I'm going to say, so I'm just going to, I'm going to confirm their email. I'm going to say, in order to send you notice, I need your email address. I will be sending email notification to whatever email I have on file. Okay.
Right.
So now what I could actually do is I could go in and do this, all right, to make this a little bit more robust. I can go in and first off, I can do this, all right. I can add a text to do that, all right. So let me add that text, and then let me get rid of this, all right. And then basically let me go in and grab this guy right there.
Yeah.
And then get rid of that guy.
Don't I need them to do some type of a responding between those two that you had there? No?
No, what I want to do here is, I want to delete this guy. And then I want to automatically continue into a new message block. And then I'm going to ask a question, which is going to be, what is your email? And I'm going to stick that in the email. All right. And you'll see why I'm actually doing this. Okay. Why I'm doing this is so that now what I can do is, let's say I've asked them for an email. Okay.
Yeah.
So now here's what we're doing is we're looking to see, do we know their email address? Is it unknown? Okay. So we're checking, is their email address unknown? Or essentially we're asking the logical question, do I not know your email address?
Right.
Okay. So if that's true, that means I do not know your email address. I need to route you over here and collect your email address, right? Now,
Okay.
Now, if your email address is not known, if that's false, that means I do know your email address. I already have your email address.
Right.
So now I'm going to give you a different message, and I'm just going to say, I'm going to give you a different message that's pretty much almost the same as this message, and I'm going to change the bottom part to say, I already have your email address. I'll be sending email notifications to this email.
Okay.
Then I'm just going to ask them, is this a valid email for you?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to ask them, is this a valid email? And I'm going to give them options to say yes or no.
Right.
Okay. So now if they say no, I can route them right in here to collect their new email address. Okay. If they say yes, I can bypass this and route them right back here. All right.
Yes.
Which is where essentially I'm going to route this guy to. All right. I'm going to route this guy right there.
Right.
And then I'm going to route that guy right there.
Okay.
So now I'm done. Now that allows me to go in and check a condition and see, hey, do I have your email address? Yes or no. If I don't, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to try to collect your email address from you. If I do, I'm going to come in and say, hey, I'm going to email this to you. Have you given me a valid email address? Because a lot of people will give us a really stupid email address.
I know. I know.
So now they know that we're going to send them notification about this training class to this really stupid email, the address that they gave us, none@none.com. And then we're going to ask them, is this a good email for you? So now if they say, yes, it is, because that's their email, then we can continue our process just as if they would have went through here. If they say, no, this isn't a good email address, then we're just going to come right over here and ask them for their email address. That's why I broke that up into two processes, because the messages here are almost identical. And if they say no, I don't want to present them with the same identical message they just got. So we broke it up into two processes so that I only have to have one chunk that's asking for an email address. I'm going to give them this. So now that flow is completely done. Okay?
This is awesome.
Now there's only one more thing I think we want to do. And what I think we want to do is we want to come in here. Okay, and now we have two options here. All right. what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with this action.
Yeah.
Now, when I start with this action, I've got two options, okay? I can add a tag or I can increment a custom variable, all right? So what we would do here is keep track of the users that we have sent this flow to. That way, if you send it out to everybody that's your subscriber today, and tomorrow you get 50 new subscribers, you can go in and filter out and say, hey, I want to send this to everybody, but I don't want to send it to people who have already subscribed, who I've already sent this to, right? You don't want to send it to people who have already got it, but you do want to send it to all the new people. So we can do that by adding a tag and saying, we can say sent push email flow.
Okay.
So now anybody that gets anybody we send this to will be tagged like this. And then we can always go in and we can send this again to new subscribers. And we can just say, hey, I want to send it to everybody whose tag is not push email flow. And then that way, nobody ever gets this twice. We can only send it to one. But then if you get 50 users a day, you can send it only to those 50 new users every day really easily.
Now, how do I indicate, because that would be a condition that I'm putting for the nut?
This?
Oh, you have it down here.
I'm not sure what you were asking me. So
yes, that's what I was asking here. But when you put this at the beginning here, this is when I am routing to people who I already have. Would I use this as a flow or as a broadcast?
You could use it as both.
Okay.
You could use this for whatever you want. You can use it as a flow. You can use it as a broadcast. That's completely up to you.
Yeah.
We've built it as a flow, as a generic flow. If you want to broadcast this out, you can broadcast this out. If you want to have a keyword trigger this, you can have a keyword trigger this. If you want
That's what I will do. That's what I will do. I'll use keywords.
Yeah, you can have a keyword trigger this now. If you want to have a growth tool, a comment growth tool, or a ref growth tool, or any of your growth tools, if you want them to trigger this, you can have them trigger this because we made it as a custom piece of content.
Yes.
So now this is done.
Wonderful. So I'm going to send this back out and see what results I get.
So now if you want to send this out as a broadcast, what you're going to do to send this out as a broadcast is you're going to open up a new tab.
Yeah.
You're going to go and create a new broadcast.
Yeah.
All right. Now what you want to do is add an action.
Oh.
And this action is going to be called useless tag.
Oh.
And the reason that it's going to be called useless tag is because we're not allowed to do this, okay? We're going to go to that flow that we just created called push email content. That's the flow that we just created. We're not allowed to do this in a broadcast. You see how that's red?
Yeah.
We're not allowed to start with a go-to flow in a broadcast. So since we can't start with the go-to flow, what we're going to do is do this action group. We can add a useless tag and we can remove a useless tag. So now we can use this stupid useless tag that we add and remove to defy the laws of ManyChat. ManyChat won't let us broadcast a piece of content, okay? They won't let us do it. So we're going to defy their laws, and we're just going to say, hey, we're not going to start with a piece of content, or we're not going to start with one of these go-to flows. We're going to start with, we'll add a useless tag, and then we'll remove a useless tag, and that's pretty much like we didn't do anything at all. And then after that, then we'll go to this custom piece of content. Now we can basically, like I said, defy the laws of ManyChat, and then just do whatever we want.
Mm-hmm. This is awesome.
So now what we can do is we can send out this flow. If we wanted to, we could add a condition and we could say where tag isn't sent push email flow. Now this, if you do this, this will send only to people that you have not sent this out to yet, okay? As soon as you send this out to somebody, we're going to tag them that we sent them this flow, okay?
Yeah.
So we will tag them. Hey, I sent them this flow. Now, like I said, tomorrow you get 50 new subscribers and you're like, you know what? Those 50 new people, I want to send them out this push email flow. I want to send this out to them. But I don't want to send it out to everybody that's already went through this process because they're going to get annoyed at me. So since we've tagged them, we can just go in and say, hey, send this out only to people who have never got this flow before. And I know if you've ever got this flow, I've tagged you, sent push email flow. So only people who have never sent this out before to, they'll get this flow. So now you want to send this out to these people right now?
Yes, please, because what happened is I believe something went wrong, even though they may have opened 4 or 5 people. I still did not see any name on my spreadsheet. See
So
at the
now,
bottom here, 24 were sent, 17 read it, and 5 opened.
well, I just got it myself. See, I'm good.
Yes. So now you can check to see. Yes.
I have heard about Wizard.
Yes.
This we should have checked because this I don't like. It's a little bit too big. We should have broken this up.
I was wondering if it was too long.
It is a little too long. We should have broken it up. We really should have tested it and broken it up. But I am interested in this training that you're providing, actually. So, and I will go ahead and give you my email address. So now that flow's done. So now you should have my email address. And if your Zap's working properly, then you should have it somewhere in the spreadsheet. And if you don't, then your Zap's just not working properly.
Yeah. Well, let me just look at it. Oh, I can't do it yet. I have to wait until I come out. This is marvelous. You know what I found out about, what I like about this is that even though I am I work with a company that does training, and I sell a lot of training products. And what you call it now, my brain is just not working right now, John.
I've fried your brain with so much information, right?
I'm telling you, sometimes when I'm talking to people, I said it starts with an S, but my brain just fries up. Yes. So even though I work with this company called My Lead System Pro, right. And I have been looking for other things. I am not too much into products because I hate chasing people down to buy and talking about how good it is. But when it comes to building your foundation for business, I value that a lot. So I go after people who are really looking to grow in the business. And they do like the products. But what I do like about this is that I can do so much more. I can do surveys to get their names into my list. So right. Is that you? Yes, yeah, there you are.
That's me. Here's all the people that you've sent that flow to out that are tagged in that flow.
Yeah. Now what I want to look on is the
look, here's 2 people that are already interested in your bot training. I mean, yes. One of them is me.
And who is this? A month ago, she was there before.
Well, she's went through your flow and she's told you that they're interested. She's told you she doesn't know Bot Wizard, but she is interested in your bot training.
Okay. Now, where is her email?
Now, where is her email? Her email, she hasn't given her email. Her email would be right here, but she hasn't given it.
This is the thing that bothers me. I had tons of people, almost 100 people, and I think one person gave their email. And I'm thinking something must be wrong with how I set it up.
Something's definitely wrong in your delivery mechanism and your content. I mean, you have to have a good value proposition to get that email address. So if you want that email address, you have to come up with a good value proposition of what exactly you're going to give them and what their incentive is to give you that email.
I have two what you call it now, ebooks that I wrote, and I gave out. I sent out one, and I'm gonna send out the second one again.
I would say you go through those ebooks and you find the most valuable piece of content in that ebook and
Yeah,
give that to them as a snippet. Say, look, I've got an ebook that's 7 pages long and it's full of content just like this.
yeah.
Insert that most valuable piece of content. Say, would you like the full ebook? Give me your email address.
Okay.
But that stuff I can't really advise you on because I'm not a marketer or a content guru. I'm an
Yes, I
engineer.
know. I know. Very good. This is wonderful. Well, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna put that this bot that you just fixed for me. I'm gonna put it in a vault so that I don't lose it. I have it to remind me about the things I should and should not do.
Well, you have it now. It's in this it's in this piece of
Yes,
content here, and you can find it
yes,
at any time by looking at this push email content because that is
yes,
it. That is it right there.
yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You are so very welcome. So anytime you want, you can find it right there. That's where it's
Yes,
at.
yep. So I'm gonna start thinking now about what else I could do.
Now
I am also,
keep in mind you can always come here to settings and you can always come to admins and you can always click this remove me button at any time if you don't want me in your bot anymore.
oh no, but it's okay for it to stay there because I really don't have, I mean, any reason for not wanting it there.
Yeah,
You know?
you can definitely trust me, but if you don't want me there at any time, I just want to make sure you know that you can just come in here and click that button and then I won't have
Yes,
access to your
yes,
bot.
yeah,
If
yeah.
you keep me in there, then whenever I need to help you like this, it makes things much easier because I can just go to your bot and then I can help you out just like I've
Yes,
done right now. But if you want
yes.
to kick me out, you can always kick me out too.
What strong words you use, my son. Why would I kick you out? We're working in this thing together.
That's right.
And so I'll watch for so you have started your training already.
Yep, and our next class will be on Saturday. So we're gonna have 5 more classes on Saturday. You can always find out if you just go to this demo bot and you say class schedule,
Okay,
and he will. Whenever you say class schedule, he'll pop up the class schedule, and
okay,
he gives you a little overview of when the classes are, and then he'll even give you like a little picture right
okay.
here that shows you the class schedule. So the next date is this Saturday. Our
Yeah.
first class starts at 9 a.m. This is all Eastern Standard Time. So we got a class from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. We've got a guest speaker coming in from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. to talk about content, how to curate content, how to write converting content. So you could ask him, hey, I'm trying to collect email addresses. I got this email. I've got this ebook. What's the best way to convince somebody to give me their email address? And that content guy can tell you what type of content to write. Then we got another class from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m., another class from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m., and then our final class from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Okay, very good. I'm gonna just hold on to this. I'm holding on to, in demo bot. Okay.
Correct. Inside
Thank
the
you, my
demo bot.
dear. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a good night.
You too. It was great talking to you, Marva.
Same here, John.
Bye-bye.